you to post with me, puppy? Huh? He makes the storm appear. That leaped out of me in Job today. We're getting to where now God is speaking. But that statement is one of the last guys, Elihu, who begins to talk about God, and he says he's the one, you know. But yet God now begins to correct and rebuke everybody, because he begins to ask, you guys know and understand that I am sovereign. I make things happen, but you don't really understand or know the purpose of it, or how it was made, or the source, or like, and he begins to let them know that his purpose is, we have to come to the Lord to discover that. And you know what? There's some things in this life that we're never going to figure out or know. There's so much, because he begins to talk, the Lord begins to talk to Job and everybody, and says, how were the stars made? You know, he talks about the Orion and the Pleiades and the Orathora, or some kind of, all these stars and constellations and things in the sky, in the heavens. And he's like, do you know how it was made or created, like the sea and the earth? And do you have any concept of what it took? And he's like, and they're like totally blown away. So, you know, even the things that water the earth, the rain, the snow, you know, even the animal kingdom, you know, the earth, and lions and ostriches and animals and donkeys. And he begins to say, you know, even a horse that is made ready for battle. And but yet, you know, we think we have control. We think we know, but we really don't. And here's the revelation for me today. Instead of knowing the things that God has created, we discover all these things, but we don't discover God. See, we can discover all the stuff about life and animals and the earth and the sea. And he even says, well, have you been to the depth of the sea, to the very path of the bottom of the ocean, which is nobody has? And he's like, you know, how do you know how to get there or anything, you know? And he's like, he makes the storms appear. He makes it so that we would wonder, and we would be in awe, and that we would focus on him, not the creation, but the creator. That's it right there. And so this Labor Day weekend, we find ourselves, you know, what did Jesus say? Something about laboring for that which is not, you know, temporal. Like Paul in Corinthians, what we read today. We long for the eternal. These bodies are giving way to death, but he says God has an eternal dwelling for us. That's what we're after. That's what we're seeking. His heaven, his kingdom, his new earth. That's what we're striving for. And he says it's coming by faith. We've got to receive it. We've got to accept it. We've got to just open our hearts and our souls and begin to just recognize he makes the storms appear. Lightning and clouds and rain and everything. So a proverb says, the lazy person says there's a lion outside and he won't go out. Well, today we're lion killers. Get out there and destroy the roaring lion, because he makes his children prosper in his purpose.